my loves. How are we doing? All right. This is going to be kind of a general read, but this reading's going to be more about for the collective who practice what I call the craft, witchcraft. I'm actually going to use this beautiful deck. It's called the Solitary Witch Oracle deck. I'm just going to use this for this reading, like it's called this, if you guys are interested. Such a beautiful deck. Like the artwork on there, it's fantastic, and it's got, you know, the pentagram right there. It's really pretty. But anyways, I'm really talking to a collective. I feel like you are transitioning out of being a beginner witch or a baby witch is kind of what I'm getting right there, okay? And I feel like when it comes to your practice on whatever it is that you're trying to focus on, it's very stagnant. Maybe I feel like I'm really talking to a collective. Maybe in a funny way, you're starting to give up on the craft. You feel like your spells or, you know, your rituals or your practice is just not working. You're not getting results. You're not getting a lot of feedback on certain things, okay? And it's going to be very general because I could be talking to somebody that could branch out and practice on a lot of different things. You could be doing candle work, tarot readings, you know, water magic, whatever the case is, you know, but there is something about when it comes to your work, you feel very stuck, you know, as that certain case. Now, as somebody who's been practicing the craft for years, I know what it's like to be a beginner witch or a baby witch in a funny way, because it's so funny because let's be real, as a witch, I don't care what you do, you know, as far as your craft or your practice, 85% of your practice is going to be research. You're going to be reading. You're going to be constantly learning things. Even after you get out of the beginning stages, you are constantly going to be evolving. So it's kind of like, don't forget that. You know, it's not, there's not one book out there when it comes to craft. There's several out there as far as where to go. You know, that is my best advice to anybody, because I constantly get asked, well, how do I start? Read. Pick up a book and start reading. But there is something, you're coming out of it, and you're kind of like, okay, what now? Where do I go? Where am I supposed to go? So let me see what is going on. And per usual, guys, if this doesn't apply to you, sit right with you. You don't want to hear what I have to say. That is completely okay. I will be back some other time. So I got the number 36, the witch's house. 1 second. My timer stopped at 222. So sign, it says wishing, dreaming, longing for a place to be completely of your own self. Here's the thing. You want to, you know, I'm a person